Yeah, that's like Thailand.
It's pretty bad.
Jason
Man.
was there, of course. Loves petting drugged animals.
Oh, if you
Moving back onto the game.
Aruba
is it live
had
now, finally?
escort girls everywhere.
How many did you get?
I stayed away from them. I was a good boy.
Dan, on the other hand,
Yeah, DDK.
still in Aruba. Still in Aruba.
Speaking of drugged creatures in a corner somewhere, some den DDK.
When Dan goes in, he goes in. Well, Kenji is gonna play with 150 ping. Seems
they're doing the ZQK.
They're going for the fear factor over the ping factor.
They're like FNS isn't nearly scared enough. Get KNG in the server right now.
Oh, he's playing from deepest Brazil, right?
Yes. They had Zach playing in the first map. First map was Train. CLG won that. And I think they think this is the solution.
In a dominant fashion as well. Just kidding.
Henny got his fucking eyeball ripped out.
Hate to see that.
The nade just feels unnecessary. And if that was better timed, that's an instant kill. God, what is this? Why are they pushing? Yanko. Vendetta. James, someone help me.
Well, Jason, this reminds me a little bit of the SK push.
A solid strategy.
Seems like to be a secret Brazilian tactic. We are just too far behind to understand it. I don't know, maybe like Henny called he was dinked and he's getting racked, so they felt they need to take a risk. They saw the dink, maybe they thought they were going to go for a fast A push. They're going for a slow A push.
How viable of a strat do we think it is to just send K and G to kind of warp down mid as they push in the future?
Does anyone else feel that it's like not that difficult to take A in pistol? I just like...
Dude, just rush apps all day.
When I was like playing it when I used to play, there's not that many like good angles for you as a CT. And if you don't hit like your first or second shot, you're just swarmed by the Glocks and you're fucked.
Well, I mean, I think it's going to start. I think we'll see more. I mean, listen, Stanislaw used the dualies on his CT pistol round on this map in apartments, and he got 2 kills with it. That's pretty sick.
That's like the one.
I think it'll
one
evolve.
round out of 1,000.
You know how like drop and cobble. Some people use like the 5.7s.
Weird guns.
Yeah. Well, just on pistol round specifically. I think apartment at A halls will start to be like that.
Yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see just people just back the fuck off from apps, honestly, because it's such a tough spot to hold initially if you don't have utility.
This is a great anti-force by round, boys and girls. This is what you want.
Is it?
Gonna lose it.
It's second oranges though. You can still stand it. Mori didn't cover it.
So the execution, the idea is what you want, not the execution.
Yeah.
You know what Bardolph is.
How the hell does Henny see anything in there? I just see a bunch of nade smokes.
Yeah, it was a bit fucked up.
What I don't enjoy about, like, I agree with the idea of doing an execution with mollies in that kind of a round, but I don't agree with just kind of blindly going to a site without trying to at least, like, show some sort of map control. Just, like, spread out for at least the first 25 seconds.
I agree with it, because who's gonna stack, like, the bomb site with more than 3 players? Like, 3 players B is the worst that can happen. And even that with like a good execute and people knowing where to look is like not that difficult to clear. I feel like they were like, okay, we're gonna throw our mollies and then everything's fine, but...
At least you need to make sure that your mollies actually hit then.
Yeah.
Bardolph strat, right? On CT of pistol.
Is this gonna involve a knife?
No. It's because like, in the UK, everyone always rushes apartments, right? So you drop a smoke in a door of apartments and you crouch in front of it with a 5.7. And then just shoot people and block them because they can't see out the smoke. Guaranteed to work on UK land, guaranteed.
For all those UK lands we'll be attending in the future?
Oh. Or the guys in the stream.
Everybody's going to whatever the fuck, I-79 or something, I don't know, I-79. I don't know what number it is anymore, but I-something. Everybody's going. Next major confirmed. By the way, okay, yeah, Jason, you've done this quite a few times when we've played. What do you think is the worst? Do you think it's worse to play against a guy who's got like 120 ping, or do you think it's better to play with 120 ping? Because I feel like actually hitting the guy who's got 120 ping is just mission impossible.
I mean, you just have to like. I think if you, I never want to play against a guy with 120 ping, but because I feel like if you have the 120 ping, you can win if you just change your playstyle a little bit more like aggressive in the right scenarios. But yeah, I would rather have 120 ping than play against him.
Hell yeah.
But then again, I'm a god.
This is true.
Oh, this is a push and a half.
Did they not realize? Color's not even considering this.
He did kinda consider it. I mean, he peeked over there, but there was a smoke.
I mean, in any case, Ricky and everyone should have.
This is the
How did
problem.
Ethan just die there after that first kill?
He turned away. He was checking the other hulls, timing.
Like, even if you don't get a kill immediately from this push, so many teams just become retarded once you like do something this aggressive. Like, if you're gonna clear ramps, you should do it together, or to clear mid together. They just try to do everything individually. They lost the numbers, and now Immortals actually did a smart thing. They fell back, have the numbers advantage. Should be pretty straightforward.
They've got a smoke. And...
Best memories from last Epicenter. Anything you'd like to repeat this time? 2-3 days to explore the city, please. I don't know, man. So many things were awesome last.
We should let's skydive.
Club sandwiches and beer for like the late snack.
Yeah, I was about to say the beer tap right next to everything. That was amazing. Used responsibly, of course.
I like how you guys are fascinated over a beer tap.
No, but it's literally like the location of it. Prime position. Yeah, prime positioning.
I can't wait to see what the stage is gonna look like, man. That was like the sickest stage.
How
Dude,
many?
that was unreal. That opening.
How many people do you think they're gonna have repel from the ceilings?
I feel like they're gonna ask Yanko to repel from the ceiling. I feel like that would at least be in as like a pretty next level step to go. Just have the talent do the intro show. If somebody dies, you know, it's just like Ivan Drago, right? If he dies, he dies.
All right. I feel like the Russian-speaking team should do it because they're the in-house. I mean, they're
they're the hosts.
Their audio goes in-house, you know, so they should get the honor. But I don't think they're gonna do the same thing. I think they're gonna do something completely different, right? It's like I don't think there's gonna be any repelling. It has to be like
dinosaurs.
a different set, right? Oh, like I don't know.
I think it'd be cool if they just kept the setup from the Dota tournament. They just had like Roshan.
Roshan in the middle of Inferno or some shit. Just eating CTs.
I will repel onto 50 Russian women who crowd surf me to my commentating booth.
Reasonable. As per usual.
I only like that idea if you're in your scuba gear while it happens.
I'm done. Even take my snorkel.
You gonna be doing some spelunking with the?
It's gonna be doing some deep diving.
But there's definitely gonna be some harpooning in that case.
Some spearfishing.
I wanted to say muff diving, but that's too on the nose.
Oh, you've done it anyways.
It was on my mind.
Yes, muff diving is on the nose.
It also directed die.
I think that's just dead on arrival.
I'm just free looking through the game. Best way to watch.
I'm still, you know what I hope they do? I hope they finally have the, you know, like in boxing or like you have like the score or the round women and like the bikinis walk out. Like, what if they just have like girls walk out between every single round, just like round 13?
Do you think they could get, what's the UFC girl? Ariana or something. Like the main.
Ariane.
I look at Bardolph's on this.
I've seen the Playboys.
If they can get her to just like walk around on stage between, fuck it, just do it between rounds. Add like a 35-second round timer or like freeze time.
If we're getting anything from fighting sports, I want Bruce motherfucking Buffer announcing, like stage hosting.
Oh hell yeah!
Dude, I met Bruce. I met Bruce Buffer and some other people. There was like when I went to UFC 38, I met them the day before, and he was walking around with 3 girls, saying, and he literally said, "I don't get out of bed for less than 40 grand."
That's so baller. Give it a couple years, boys. We'll be there. Why is Kanji going for that peak?
Aggressive
ping?
by himself. He still is boost. He's still is like on a box inside. He's aggressive in boiler. Makes perfect sense strategically.
I guess this is like the change of in play style, right? That you talked about, Jason. You got high ping, so you don't want to sit on an angle.
Yeah,
even though it doesn't make sense in terms of what the rest of the team is doing, but you know, fuck that.
It's just like you have to like just shoulder peek the shit out of everything. Oh!
Why is this what CLG is doing? Like, let's send Kusta by himself to peek B. And it actually forced rotation. And they're actually not pushing A now. Why is this happening? They're gonna wait for Kusta to peek again? Come on, get the fuck out. They're gonna lose now, oh my god.
Yeah, that was a bit rough, wasn't it?
That was the opposite of a good mid-round call. See, the thing is, guys, if you're gonna fake, no matter how weak it is, you need to commit. You need to trust that however weak it is, your call is the correct one. If they pushed when he actually took the shot, they would have probably won the round. They waited too much, they got mollied up.
Well, I mean, the other thing as well, I mean, we could criticize like all day on that, but like, I think if you're going to throw a fake like that, like, why aren't you going wrap side? Because the wrap side defender is the one who goes away. Or why don't you have anyone there? At the very least, you pull them out of position.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I'd choose wrap side almost in any scenario. Mainly because I absolutely hate short on the new Inferno, because there's like 9,000 different angles you can get fucked from.
Still less angles than the old Inferno.
Yeah, but I feel like you have to commit like further in before you can actually see something here, because of like the new cubby in pit.
That's a terrible smoke.
KNG's gonna peek when the smoke fades.
Love that he's playing with an op.
CLG running out of utility. I have no idea what they're gonna do with this. They have 2 flashes of smoke and a Molotov. Looks like they're gonna split. FNS smoking library. They're about to get wrecked. Lucas has a perfect flank.
Surprise, motherfucker. It's
still fighting, of course.
Gamble rotate. They're kind of half investing into it. And deciding against it.
They've pulled one off, though. The silence, it's deafening.
Got no utility, though.
Surely they hit a scope and he rotates back.
Seal is such a badass in this team.
Well, can't really say that after his reaction. That one tap, can you?
That was a bit much. You're right. Bardolph, I just noticed a nice little Faceit advertisement on the right side of my screen. That's
Join the
cool.
action at faceit.com.
Do you want to play with this guy? Or this guy? How about this guy?
At the ECS finals, everyone was shouting no, and then when I came on, they all shouted, yeah! It was so embarrassing. I loved it, really. Ooh, someone's on A site.
It's FNS. He's gonna get wrecked. He only has a Glock.
Get the knife, double knife, come on!
Oh, this one is so good. He wants... James, do it.
Pull the knife up!
He wants the cheeseburger! He wants the cheeseburger!
Oh my god! Go for this, please!
Oh no.
What's happening?
Did you see his mouse move? His mouse is just like, you know when you panic and you grip your mouse too hard and then you just like...
And you shake?
Oh god. You
Basically what Kirby is doing every time he sprays. This is a big dick play from Ricky.
Why is Hetty playing it like that? It's like...
I think we concluded at this point, he's not the smartest player in CS we have, Jason.
Telling you, man, I would knife the first guy and I would strafe to the left while I draw the M4 or whatever gun it was and shoot the other guy in the face or try.
Bardolph, you'd miss the knife slash.
Didn't miss it on you, mate.
You're camping in a corner. Not even playing the game.
Playing the game within the game.
He got you there, though.
Yeah, he did.
Awkward. Oh, Ricky has no armor, right?
It's not. Do you know, Bardolph, if this is played on the new patch?
I would assume so. I mean, I'm guessing, but I'm guessing that it is.
Well, have you guys actually played anything or played a fair amount of CS on the new patch?
No.
Yeah, 6K no armor, man.
The PT50 actually feels so nice right now.
I need to try it.
It feels super good.
Here, what was it? Henry tweeted that the Glock almost felt too strong.
I haven't really gotten that sense, but I haven't played too much.
Oh god!
With the
Oh
Glock.
god! Steel's gonna kill him! Steel's gonna kill him! LOL! Okay, please buy armor. Cheers.
He didn't reload.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Let's just say I've seen better played rounds.
I feel like there's not enough big dick plays coming out on the CLG side of things.
What do you mean? Ricky just won an eco for them with a 4K.
Yeah, but that wasn't, you know, that was... I wouldn't say that was a big dick play. That's quite nice to get. It's the way they're fighting like two people at the B bomb site and no one wants to actually take a peek.
That's not even a big dick play, that's just not being a pussy.
Do you think there's a world where you look at how many times Immortal started CT around where KNG is on a corner of Arch and the other two are playing passive and you just walk out Boiler and pop flash him? Like take a gamble on one round.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think it's not impossible. I think... Who was it? Someone tried to do something similar against Kenny S. They like realized his timings on Arch with the op. Why does Lucas only have a Deagle?
Because
Lucas
money management.
Are holding B with a Deagle and the UMP.
Meanwhile, Henny has enough money to drop a UMP for him.
While, like, they have an AK, an M4, and an AWP on A. Maybe swap one of those?
No.
That's a possibility.
That was a nice flash. Love to see that. Bit of team play and communication and after plan situation.
Ooh.
This is just bad CS, man. You watch a game like this, for example, and like you have to do a segment after it, and where do you even begin?
Well,
but this is like an Pro League every week or every day.
30 seconds to talk, so I mean, you know, just pick your 1 point.
Yeah, just pick one of the number of shit plays.
I think if you dive into too much, you just lose your sanity.
I would have chosen FNS's Brilliant Flank.
What would you have done, Moses?
If I was FNS?
Probably hit them.
I'm guessing you would have probably kept your Glock out, but actually killed him.
Yeah, knowing me, if I was in like an official match for a qualifier of like a LAN, I probably would have just kept Glock out. But there is like a, I mean, you could almost make the argument. I don't know about like the new patch since the Glock got a little bit buffed, but you know, at times.
Do you think a burst fire is guaranteed from like point blank range?
Oh
no.
God, no! Just never use that burst fire.
That's the big debate, right? Because against like a helmeted opponent, it's almost like, well, maybe the knife is like definitely feels like it's more of 100% as long as he doesn't turn around. Yeah. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm too much of a pussy to pull out the knife.
If you're gonna, yeah. I mean, if you're planning on using the burst, you're putting your hands into, or your faith into Valve's hands.
Yeah, it's a bit random, isn't it? Even at point blank.
That's not a smart move.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like, you know, what do you think your chances are of killing both people with the Glock, or making a value?
Should be 0.
No way.
You know?
I don't think you get 2 in any case. Like if you have a P250 or something, or any other weapon pretty much than a Glock, then yeah, you could get 2. So I think the money incentive is probably what you need to consider. So going for a knife is probably better. Unless
but if
you have teammates close enough to like, I mean, you never know. You could also, just jump in front of them and they might not shoot you, Jason.
No, I'm just saying you never know. Like if maybe one of your teammates tagged him up, so like one Glock bullet to the back of the head does the trick, and then you get like 3 or 4 bullets onto the second guy. You have the jump on him.
I feel like that would have been relayed though. Like if anybody actually dinked anyone previously in that round, right? But I guess like you could also go with the
talking about North American Counter-Strike here.
Well, okay, fair enough. I feel also like, I guess if you have teammates ready enough to flank, you can go with, well, it doesn't matter if you go with the Glock or knife at that point. Or if you feel more secure in getting that 1 kill with the Glock, you can do that. Just get the attention of the second guy and have your teammate flank him as he turns around. In any case, you need to hit something.
And you just hit something. And then something else. Nice. Oh, hello. Do you think there's a world, right? Like, if you look at that last round, how Immortals execute to take Banana with 3 people, do you think there's a world where, let's say you have 1 person on the ramp and 4 people second mid, and if they can identify that there are 3 people Banana, they can throw some pop flashes up mid and just try to trade and bomb the site 4v2?
Yeah, people should do that more often.
The tough part is you only really get the idea to do that if you notice that they definitely have 3 people.
That's what old Fnatic used to do. They would throw their own smoke mid, like as T on top mid, and then they would just pop flash into it and explode like too short, too long, and one would be like apps waiting to trade, something like that.
Like if you look at that round from Immortals, they have a smoke and 2 Molotovs that go down. And the timing pretty much tells you that they've got 3 people. Whoever the front guy was, he threw a smoke first, and then there was a molly towards tree and another molly somewhere else. So I reckon you can hear that with the timing where your guys are still moving and just throw flashes for them.
The support player, I believe they call that.
Cold Zero said I'm a good support player.
I know. Support player is such a dumb topic.
I think it's just a bad name for it. Because it's just straight up taken out of fucking MOBAs. And you don't really play CS like you do MOBAs.
Also, yeah, I mean, some people think of it as derogatory, right? But
yeah,
you're just helping enable your team achieve a goal, essentially.
Pretty much just a backbone.
You being a support player isn't like necessarily like a set role. It changes on what situation you are at that point in the round. So it's just kind of dumb to label someone a support player.
I think people get too caught up in the like whole role thing. They need to understand even teams that have like set roles, like for example, SK perhaps. It's not like that all the time. If anything, it's very rarely that it's like as clear cut as you would think. It's mostly like a default style, and then based on the call, if fucking Taco is in banana and they want to go away, well then they're not going to wait for him to come all the way back to just go in first. Someone else is going to have to do it, probably like Fur. So it's just like if there's a set piece, for example like Mirage, and you go A or B when no one's going to challenge you until you throw your nades and push the site, then you can have like a specific guy who's going to do it, because someone is most likely like that first guy is going to die like 80 or 90% of the time, But there is like, I don't think so. It's more of like someone has to be the bitch and throw the top smokes and, not be the ones who's going to go in. Someone has to carry the bomb and plant it. It's shit like that, right? That's not someone has to do the not fun part of the game. Right? It's always fun to get flashed in by your teammates and fucking, clear only 2 spots going in first.
I liked always being the plant bitch, because I get the bomb planted, and then the guy who got flashed in by his teammates is dead already, and then I just get all the glory of clutching the round.
I thought you were just thinking about like the 1.6 days. You were like, yeah, I'm happy about planning because I get 3 frags at the end of the round. Yeah.
That was the solution to try and get people to want to plant the bomb more. And like,
oh yeah, they should probably do that. Bring that back in CS as well. Just don't do it for diffuses, because that's gonna, lead to mutiny.
You do get like a point when you plant the bomb, right?
Yeah, who the fuck
but like a valve point.
2 points. That's cool. Yeah, you get 2 points.
Ooh,
you get 2 points, but you should get like frags. Just fuck every kind of statistic up.
I know that was the cool thing though. Like if you were having like a bad game, or a teammate of yours was having a bad game, you'd be like, hey,
you let him defuse. Yeah.
This is fucked in the head. Why are they doing this?
Okay, where'd you go? You just planted the bomb there. Where'd you go?
You need to try and get a kill.
Yeah, you need to get 2 early kills. Actually.
I go boiler, because you can get away.
Yeah, you take like the first peak or wide peek in inside boiler to get the first guy down, and then just bail the fuck out into apps.
You have to get aggressive somewhere, because you're hoping you just get like that 1 kill quickly to turn it into like a 1-on-3.
I guess you can bank on first guy rotating in from banana. If you pick him off, maybe you'll have a shot at running back, apartments dropping down into pit, and you can play another long 1v1 or 1v2 from pit. I don't know, it's a pretty hard situation if you're Henny.
Problem is he planted in the site.
Then it doesn't make sense anything of what he did in that sense. I mean, outside of going aggressive, obviously.
I mean, he didn't, I don't think he was expecting to just like get the pre-plan. But yeah. Well, the comeback is real.
Now we'll see what KNG's ping can do for him when the buy round comes.
This is like actually one of the times where I would have loved to. Well, I guess they got the plan, so they want to buy up in the next round. It's probably why more start buying. I would have been perfectly fine actually seeing like 5 ZZs go apps in this round. CLG actually have a pretty solid like idea of how to play defensive CT sides on A. It's not always executed perfectly, but like the theory behind it is pretty good.
So you want to say they know how to play like pussies?
Well, they know how to play like pussies, but they don't necessarily play it well all the time.
For example, this is a dog shit fucking setup because you leave Arch and you don't have an M4 that's gonna kill everyone long range from pit. Like, what the fuck are UMP and an MP9 going to do from pit towards Arch?
I think the weird part, the one thing I don't get there, normally they have, obviously the one guy playing from I guess where Dildo was, right? He plays like, he needs to play much more aggressively so they can never turn the corner on the guy playing inside his sight. So you basically have the guy playing from the cubby in pit.
Is Dildo the light post in pit?
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you calling it Dildo?
Because it looked like a dildo before. Literally, you just need to, instead of saying light post, you just say dildo. It's easily recognizable, right?
Oh, we called it.
You could just say post.
Yeah, or light for that matter. We just called it.
What attracts more attention?
We called it poly.
Obviously, dildo.
Well, yeah, but that's attention to the word, not the actual location.
But you associate the word with the location there.
No, I actually call it storm. Because that's where
I just
storm was
basically
used
think of big purple dildos.
Fucking NA.
Like metallic purple specifically.
No, it's, I don't know. In Scandinavia, you just have like absurd names for certain spots, so everybody knows where it is. So there's like no confusion as to where the fuck people would be at any given time. That's why
we don't
come up with like obscenely, like, terrifying stuff that should never be air broadcasted.
Yeah.
Hot flash up, man.
It's like with Whorehouse. I never, like, I'm actually surprised that caught on to the point where people started using Whorehouse in broadcasts. Because that's just something we just started calling it Whorehouse because it was the place where only whores played, right? And for some reason, people brought that into broadcasts. For like a solid 3 years, people called that room Mirage Whorehouse, which is glorious, but you know.
I just call it ladder room.
Yeah, well, that's because you're a basic bitch, James.
Disco Doppland, formerly of Dirty Dildos.
There we go.
Love me. Good Doppland, formerly Dirty Dildo. In the whorehouse.
Just without obviously having looked, I'm assuming this is Immortals map pick?
Yeah. CLG winning both pistols, losing both second rounds. In the second half to a full eco. Just a couple of P250s and a single flash.
Is it 1-0 right now?
Yeah, 1-0 CLG.
It's like the Cooster Ricky show on Train.
Told you, Jason, like...
Wouldn't be a proper shit game if we didn't get 3 maps.
Yeah.
What's the third map?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna get right back to you. Let's see. Third map is
Mirage? Cash. That's close.
Of course. I mean,
the NA special to end the shit show.
That sucks. He tried to run the gauntlet.
Wait, when did Ryu become the coach of CLG? Is that long ago?
Like a month or 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so he took over when Amapet went to Optic?
I don't think it happened like immediately, but yeah.
Okay.
I would think I think Montreal was like his first event with the team, so just before that.
Alright.
Media drama, of course.
Bring in the fire. I just remember that from last season of Pro League. Yeah, it's like one of the last 2 rounds or something of the entire regular season, and he had to stand in for Selfless because they obviously were falling apart to no end. And he was actually their best performing player.
That's crazy.
That was a sad state of affairs those last couple of weeks.
How'd you enjoy your time casting North American Counter-Strike for 3 months?
God, I was, on the verge of suicide towards the end. I mean, it was pretty rough, especially like when you have because I have no idea how. Or sometimes matches get rescheduled and everything, and sometimes you just get nice doubleheader of Rush versus Selfless into fucking I don't know versus I don't know, and you just have to try to keep sane for those 4 to 5 hours. Well, you know how it is, Jason.
Oh yeah. Color is not in a good place right now.
Bolts with the cheeky backstab now as well. Just gonna hear everyone running over.
Such a weird defense from CLG. Why'd they have 3 players over a B?
Is weird a synonym for shit?
Look at Bolts. Look at Bolts.
He's so hungry.
And Kusta refusing to use a pistol. Yeah. I feel like Kusta had a solid like 5 seconds there. We probably could have just whipped out a pistol after missing the first fast go.
I would have gone towards A.
Just love KNG's team avatar. And Henny's. And Cutler's.
I love the fact that KNG's name is Omikad. Oh, no, actually, never mind.
What's that? Go on.
No, nothing. Save it for later. Need to get to the safe location first.
I just looked it up.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. It's almost like
it's too perfect.
It is funny how, like, I mean, he's been pretty good for Immortals, but with his old team, they couldn't, like, beat a tier 5, like, random ass team at some random ass tournament in Europe.
KNG?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that Red Reserve team they had, they were like 3 or 4 months in Europe and they didn't win, like, even one of those, like, online, whatever the fuck, skin YOLO $1,000 cups. Yeah. Like, they didn't even make, I think they made, like, semis or something once. Maybe they won one of them, but they attended pretty much all of them. You never heard anything.
Well, this is gonna end up like 16-13 or something.
One could only hope for a comeback, Yanko.
True.
Tell that Jason's awaiting his CLG jacket in the mail.
Nah, but I did get that optic one.
I know.
Yeah, I love them all of a sudden.
Yeah, big fan.
Always been.
Oh, Henny decided to be good this one.
Just keep pushing.
Yeah, he's had enough.
Oh, actually gets a shot. There we go.
He's had enough.
It's time for you, boy. This bolts always play well on Inferno. Ooh, by the way, love the cheeky walking tower and banana.
Why'd he repeat that?
You know, with that flash, the Bardolph is going to peek people. A city flash like that, it's always going to be a peek.
Why is he re-peeking aggressively when his teammate is holding for him?
He's not Nalder.
What the fuck? I tabbed out for like 2 seconds. How the fuck did this turn around? What the shit just happened?
No worries,
solid re-peaks from CLG.
So just good fundamentals, just overall. Oh, that nade.
Nice.
Oh, he's got this.
Oh, he doesn't know. Doesn't know where Henny is.
Oh, Henny decided to
fluffed it.
I don't know how this round actually occurred. Like, I don't know how I got to this, and then I don't know how he wins that.
It got back.
It's insane how he misses shots like that on a more or less regular basis. But he hits like the sick quick scopes.
$16-14, here we come.
Does how many people from CLG live in the house? Really? How the fuck does Kus have so much lower ping than FNS?
I think it's a bug.
I know Kus has been going back and forth to home recently, so he could technically be home, but I don't.
Okay.
But his.
I guess if they don't have like a.
I'm assuming they're playing in like a California server though, since both teams live in California.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And he lives in LA, so he wouldn't have a lower ping. So I have no idea. Maybe Yanko's right. Maybe it is a bug.
I'm always right.
Feels like this is a tech issue you could sort out, Yanko.
Nah.
Can't be bothered.
I'm good for this one.
No rotation from CLG yet. They're about to get rained down. Ooh.
Daddy's home.
Well, that just made you a bit wet, didn't it?
Oh, dried up like a Sahara there.
Shriveled.
Oh, I hate to see it.
Hate to see it.
Sorry, they're gonna buy again.
Yeah, still's gonna drop an AK. Or an op, I guess.
Oh, you gotta love this. Kus is dead.
And that's the game.
That's the ball game. All right then.
That was quick.
It's not bad, is it?
Well, you just knew it had to end with something like this.
Maybe Nate's doing it.
Oh. Yeah? Way to jinx
Almost
it.
did it.
You motherfucker.
That's what I'm here for. Look at all those cases.
That is a lot of cases.
Have you opened a case? Or when was the last time you opened a case? When was the last time you fed your addiction, Jason?
I don't have the addiction. I think it's Bardolph that has the addiction.
Actually, that's fair.
No,
Keyboards and cases.
I just buy what I want.
Yeah, Bardolph's
you've
done
learned.
that. It's like, fuck the gambling, fuck the luck. Let's go straight for the good shit.
I spent probably, well, I don't even know how many on like cobblestone cases trying to get a Dragon Lord, and I just gave up and bought one.
That's a fucking deep dive into the wallet right there.
Good thing James got money.
It's true. Swimming in it.